What's up guys, Nitro here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys my collection of ultra micro scale RC planes. I have a couple of bigger planes, a couple of EDF jets, and that guy over there, and those are fun, but these are my favorite type of plane that I have, And I've had a big one with an 8-foot wingspan that was balsa wood. I built in 4 years, and these are more fun, and I'll tell you why. They're super cheap. They're hard to break. You can put them in a box, throw them in your closet, and forget about them. The batteries take like 20 minutes to charge, and they last like 7 minutes of flying. And you can fly it in your yard. You don't have to go 45 minutes to the nearest airfield to fly something that's too big. They're awesome, And so the first one here is the PT17 Biplane. This thing is scaled out. So all of them are very detailed. Like you can see ribs in the wing and decals properly done. Right size wheels. It's got a little engine here, a little fake engine. This thing will pop out if you crash into the ground, so just put some hot glue on it or whatever. The landing gear is super cool. It works. The tail wheel steers. All that stuff works like a big plane. Literally, you've had a 4-foot wingspan big plane where everything is scaled out and works. Same thing with these guys. The only thing that I don't think they have with these microplanes is retractable landing gear. And the only one that would work on would be something like the Trojan over there. But this guy flies like a big biplane. I've never flown a big biplane myself, but I've seen them fly. And my buddy Mike, who has flown big biplanes a lot, says this flies just like a big one. So if you want to get into flying a biplane, but don't have $500 to buy a big one, and you got $100, buy this thing. It's awesome. All you need for it, if it doesn't come with a transmitter, which most of these do. That one did, and that one did. I think the biplane may have, I don't know. The Radiant did not. You need this guy, the DX5E. It's like, I don't know, $80 or something like that. Super, super nice. I would use this over any of those transmitters that they come with anyway. They all have the Spectrum technology, but that one has the range that I can count on. So anyway, this one flies great. Next up, we have the UMX Radiant Glider. I have not flown this yet. These guys got here today, these two. And I ordered them Thursday on Thanksgiving. Today is Sunday after Thanksgiving, and they got here. So I haven't had time to fly this one. I flew this one in the drizzling rain earlier, and it flies great. So this guy has a little folding propeller, a NACA duct right here, and holes in the back of the fuselage to let the air out. I've seen videos of them flying, and they are super, super nice. They can fly for, I don't know, 15 minutes, 20 minutes on a battery. All these other ones can usually fly for about 5 to 7 minutes on a battery. And the batteries are 150 milliamp hour, 3.7 volt LiPo that looks like a stick of gum. And the replacement batteries are $5. So if you want to get 10 batteries and charge them all up and being able to fly for like an hour straight, go right ahead. It takes like 25 minutes to charge one. They're super, super cheap and very, very small. Easy to port, easy to move, all that great stuff. So I'm going to fly this one tomorrow. And next we have the Sport Cub S2. This guy is awesome. So it's pretty quick. It's one of the faster planes here. It has large wheels on it so that you can do dirt runway landings and stuff like that. All these airplanes have steerable tail wheels. This one has a steerable nose wheel, which is pretty dope. But, super scale front end on it. Like it's got the shape for the intake here. It's not just flat. And little guy sitting in there. It is a 4-channel. Has servos on the wing. Very, very nice plane. You can get floats for it right there. I did order those, and I also ordered two 200 milliamp hour batteries for specifically flying it off of the water with the floats, because it'll take a little bit more power to fly it, and I want to be able to fly for about the same amount of time, 5 to 7 minutes. But the floats haven't got here. I wasn't expecting these to be here for like a week, so they got here in 3 days. So, anyway, flies great. I flew it in a light sprinkling rain earlier, and didn't seem to bother it very much at all. It was pretty wet whenever I got done. I dried it off really good and cleaned it out. Good to go. This guy right here, Champ RTF. If you're looking to buy your first airplane, this is the one you want. I'm not saying that because I'm sponsored, because I'm not. I'm saying that because I've had 3 of these. I'm a pretty experienced pilot. I love RC airplanes. They're my favorite type of RC hobby. And this is the best plane you can get for $99 if you're a beginner. I mean, these are all great planes for $100, which is, by the way, what they cost most of the time. This one's $170. Got it on sale Black Friday for $99. But this guy right here comes with a battery, charger, AA batteries to put in your remote, mind you. Everything you need to fly is in the box for 99 bucks. It's a 3-channel. It's got a good dihedral on that wing, which a dihedral is the angle that the wing makes here, the V shape. And that is going to make your plane want to just kind of go up by itself if it has enough speed. It helps it glide and stabilize. So this thing flies itself, but it has enough power that if you can get it to stall out with a proper headwind, you can do a prop hang. I mean, I know that's not like how you do an actual prop hang with 3D planes, but you know, it'll sit there in the air vertical for about 3 or 4 seconds before it finally noses over. You can do backflips. You can't do rolls because it's not a 4-channel, and you cannot fly inverted. But you can do corkscrews. You can do backflips. You can do a couple other tricks. It's pretty nimble. Pretty great flying plane. And lastly, we have the T28 Trojan. This is the first 4-channel model that I got really good with. And let me tell you, this one's been through a lot. So this particular plane is the second one of these I've had. The first one I lost. I was flying it way too high in the air. It went out of range and I lost it. So I told you guys earlier that the nose wheel turns. You can see in my transmitter here, it does turn when the rudder turns. The reason I have a battery in this one is because I have an issue with this one. I haven't been able to fly it lately. The ailerons flutter. You can see that little bit of flutter there. And you wouldn't think that would affect the way that it flies, but it'll flutter like that. And if that's all it did, it'd be okay. But every once in a while, the ailerons will go full tilt all the way to the side. And that flutter really messes with you whenever you're trying to fly. And, I mean, I don't want to put it up in the air and try and fly it and then crash it, but look. Something's wrong with the servo or the board, and I don't know what. So if any of you guys know how I can fix that, please let me know in the comments. I have done a bunch of repairs on the nose of this one because it's been crashed a good bit. That nut is on there because I had to glue up the tail of this thing a bunch, and it offset the center of gravity so bad because this rudder, the rudder stabilizer, whatever, was so loose. I had to glue it up, and then it was completely broken right there away from the other side of the elevator. And then I added that little piece of zip tie so that the plane can't tilt on its butt, because it'll do that a lot, and it just looks stupid. So I added that, but anyway, it offset the center of gravity, so I glued a nut on the front. It still flies great, though. It's got enough power that it doesn't really care about that extra weight. But anyway, these are my planes, and I'm going to be putting up a video on each one of them eventually, hopefully. It'll be flying them. Thanks for watching. If you know how to fix this, or know where I can get an extra servo, let me know.